Good morning, good day, how are you? Welcome back, Kung Fu and crypto friends. Hello, hello from India. Guatam, Mantas, Miyagi. What's up, Miyagi? How are you guys today? Good morning, good Monday. Hope you're feeling well. Hope the weekend treated you well. I know, I didn't post a video yesterday. If you were waiting in the wind, I'm sorry if I left you waiting. I was working on my What is XRP video, and I'm just trying to make it so perfect. I'm such a perfectionist sometimes when it comes to certain things, and then some videos I'm just like, done. Done. Post it. When does XRapid go live, you ask? I think XRapid's live already. XRapid's live, and no one's using it. Isn't it? Isn't XRapid live because Xcurrent's live, and they're paired together. They can just turn it on whenever they want. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Andreas, Ron. How are you guys? Hello from Pennsylvania. You missed the rooster? You want to do the rooster again? You missed it? What's up? Good morning. Good Monday. Yeah, I think something clever. I think you're right. I think it's been alive for a while. I think it's just one of those things that people like to talk about. What's up, Mitch, Alfonso, Dr. DCY? XRapid's still in beta, though. You thought it's still in beta? I thought that whenever they released Ripple 1.0, everything, that was it. Like, they released it. What's up, Javi? They released it to the banks to use. They are using the Xcurrent, and it's like a toggle switch. It's like inside their dashboard, a little toggle switch. They're like, it's like, use XRapid. Just toggle it on. Endless beta. Exactly, yeah. 1.0 came out. All right, hey, how's it going? Cheers. What's up? Why'd you time out something clever? Miyagi, why'd you delete his comment? It's not a live product yet. It's live internally within its pilots. Okay, are you sure? Because I thought whenever like Ripple 1.0 is live, so people can use it. 20K XRP. Something clever. What message did you just get deleted by Mr. Miyagi? Mr. Miyagi, why are you deleting his messages? All right. Anyway, good morning. How's it going? Cheers. Welcome. It's Monday. Crypto's exciting. It's in a still point maybe. Where are we? What's up, Renegade Man? Where are we in the cycle, in the cheat sheet of crypto? If you guys were to guess, where do you think we are? You tell me. Looking at the coins, everything's pretty much the same. Nothing too new. I don't know, Miyagi. I don't know what's going on over there. The coins are the same prices. The same prices that they've been for a while. What's up, Drizzy? What up? How's it going? No big deal. Look at the news. Let's just burn through some of this really quick because there's some pretty cool stuff. We're gonna try to keep it a little short. I know you guys are busy just like me. So, boom, here we go. Launching Monday news. I hope you guys are feeling well. Let's run through this, see what it means. What happened when secret Bitcoin keys went public? Love that rooster. Me too. How do you get them? You can just search on YouTube. Just search for Robinhood rooster. And it comes up. Okay, so we have the Bitcoin secret key goes public. You guys see this? The big reveal, the private key Bitcoin alert system generated by Satoshi now public. Everyone has that key now. If you guys didn't know, it's an alert system that was killed off a while ago, and they went on and did a post-mortem on mistakes made, lessons learned, and publicly fixing the mistake by great engineers. So, something to check out. This guy wrote a script to check all the sources of altcoins on GitHub and found only one that still has the alert key present in their master, Fargo coin, which means they probably just don't know how to edit their scripts. Everything's blurry. Yeah, I keep hearing that. We're trying to figure out how to streamline the stream so you guys can not be blurry, not get a blurry version of me. But as of right now, it's YouTube's fault. As of right now, it's all YouTube's fault. And we're in a partnership arrangement with YouTube. We can't talk much about it, but there's discussions and disclosures of how we can fix that. Something clever just left. You like kicked him out and he's gone now. He's like mad. He's gone, Miyagi. You should feel bad. Hopefully he'll come back and you can tell him like sorry. This is actually one of the cooler things that I thought was happening. Crypto bounty hunting is becoming a high-tech way out of poverty. So this guy's tagged Crypto Shaolin. I feel like we can get along. I feel like him and we're like soul brethren. You know, like we can relate. Click the gear and change the quality. Where? I can't do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. No, I can't do anything. Yeah, he just said exactly 1.0. He just said exactly 1.0, and then he was timed out. Can I untime him out? No, I can't. All right, we're wasting too much time with that. Let's look at this. So, this guy's Crypto Shaolin. He was literally selling cold drinks in Africa, hanging out and doing his thing. And basically, someone decided to just say, hey man, have you heard of crypto? Actually, he asked about the shirt. He asked about his HODL shirt. He said, what's your shirt say? HODL. What's up from the UK? How's it going, Paul? And he literally said, yo, what's up with your shirt? The guy said, here, have a bunch of crypto. He just said, here, have a bunch of ether, and gave him a shit ton of ether. And he was like, what is this? And he said, go learn about it. He literally just handed him what he made in a year in ether and said, go learn about it. And so he went to an internet cafe. He said it was kind of hard to find out how to get to an internet cafe and use it, but he finally did. He finally found out what ether was. He found out what he had and what he was doing. And then now he's doing crypto bounties. He's a crypto bounty hunter. So what's up, cool daddy? So he's doing the crypto bounties. Basically, you know there's a lot of crypto bounties for people who know how to code. If you guys know how to code, you can go and get cryptos for helping them fix errors or offering code for them. But he's saying that he's actually getting crypto bounties for not coding. So there's crypto bounties that he's finding for not coding. He's getting paid in cryptocurrencies for doing just small tasks that people put up. I thought that's awesome. I think that's really cool. I thought that was really cool. So tales of this guy's life-changing something clever. What's up? Sorry about that, guy. Miyagi's sorry. 2 tales of change. It was a really cool story to read through. I'm not going to go too much into it, but this guy basically changed his life, turned it around, started doing crypto bounties, and now he's really into it. He's been influenced to follow the pursuit of similar roles like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. So that was really cool, honestly. I think that's a great story. And him making money in crypto and transforming his life, both awesome things, very cool things. Now, you guys might be like me. You might be thinking, HODL, but win by more. HODL, win by. Price stabilizes, they say. Bitcoin price remains stable above 6.7 as crypto market stabilizes. Another fall, inevitable. Question mark. Yeah, that's the question. That's my big question. That's what I want to know. I want to buy more. When to buy more? When to buy is the real question. And the idea basically is like, is this the bottom? Win bottom. People who don't know crypto lingo, they're like, what are you guys talking about? They're always yelling win bottom. It must be at the club too much. Bitcoin price remained above 6.7 mark over the past 24 hours as a major digital asset like Ether, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash demonstrated stability. Is another fall below 6,000 inevitable? And I think this little blurb right here sums it up best. This guy called a $50,000 price prediction. He said, I think Bitcoin that goes up to 20,000 in 1 year can easily have a correction down to 6,000. In fact, I think we could bottom at 3 to 5, and we are still in a positive range to move. As soon as we get regulatory clearance on ETF approval, we might easily not only hit 20, but climb through it to 50 by the end of the year. So I like people who don't back down on their price corrections like this. You know, like he made a 50 call. People are changing their call to 25, 20, 22, 23, $10. And he's like, nah, no, it's still happening. You know, like it's still happening. Why it has to go up all time? It can't. It can't do that. It has to come back, right? The correction's important. We covered that in HODL, do not sell. Looking at the average return of a bear market versus the average return of a bull market, it usually suggests do not sell. Do not sell. HODL. And hitting 20,000 and dropping down to 6, or maybe even calling a bottom at 3 to 5 is possible and still positive, still strong for the trajectory of the coin. And that's my big question. I'm always like, when bottom, when buy more. And if you're like me and you're asking when bottom, when buy more, the solution to that question is regular purchases. That's right. You might think like, oh, no. I'm going to wait and buy it all at once, Kung Fu. Don't you worry. I'll time it just right. Don't do it, guys. Don't think you can time it. It will fall, Mo. I agree. It will fall. It'll come back up. It'll fall again. Where it'll fall to, where it'll come back up to, I don't know. So take your emotions out of it. Make a regular investment time frame, like once a week. That's the way you do it. Bless you. That's the way you do it. Once a week, you're like, buy time. And like that's how it goes. It's up, it's down. Maybe you move it forward or back a few days here or there inside your week because you're like paying attention to the market and you're like, it's definitely going to be lower tomorrow. But aside from those small things, like regular purchases is how you can really hedge your losses. No? Okay. Sorry if you guys weren't ready for that. There was no zoom in. I don't have any of this the edit stuff set up yet. I told you I would. I told you I'd go do the edits and get some clip-ins, but I lied. I was busy. In fact, I didn't even make any videos yesterday. I edited a bunch, but I didn't post any. So, Bitcoin still in a good position after 70% fall. Binance CEO says, crypto market is better in every way. I like this article because he's looking at the average price and the average trading volume, and it looks real good. Real good. Alfonso, I'm sorry you got busted. You can check it out later. Check it out later. So we have the crypto market's looking strong. Comparing it in a long position from year to year, it looks really strong. Obviously, inside the last 3 months, like in May, we were at 10K. We were just at 10. So why, we're just right here. We were at 10 in May, and it felt so good. And now we're down at 6 something. What up from New Mexico? How's it going? How are you? And that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So yes, we are still seeing positive returns inside of a year parameter, but losses inside 2 months. It just seems like May was just yesterday, and we were just sitting at 10, and now we're at 6. It's rough. It's rough. This is probably one of the better articles of the day. So perk up your ears, boys and girls. New paper reveals massive Bitcoin backing. Why can't you see it? New paper reveals massive Bitcoin backing. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have been handed huge support. This is probably one of the best things of the day. Huge support. So huge. From researchers at Imperial College London who said digital currencies are primed for mass adoption. That's right. The big ol' MASS. According to the paper entitled Cryptocurrencies Overcoming Barriers to Trust and Adoption, Bitcoin and crypto will hit mainstream as a way to pay for goods and services within the next decade. So we're looking at, again, 2030? That's what I'm saying, guys. 2030. That's what we originally people were like 2020. And we were like 2022, 2025, 2030. 2030. So the backing of researchers could boost the price of Bitcoin and crypto. So even right now, just this article coming out, just this Imperial College of London saying this could be strong. It could be a really good idea to pay attention to when big influences in media make suggestions like this. This is on Forbes. This is Forbes, and it's titled Bitcoin. It's not a Forbes article talking about Ripple, because we know how people respond to that. But it's talking about Bitcoin. And, just sneak Ripple in there. Just slide it in. Slide it in. So the world of cryptocurrency is evolving as rapidly as the considerable collection of confusing terminology that it accompanies. Good one. The Imperial Professor William Nottenbelt says, there's a lot of skepticism over cryptocurrencies and how they could ever become a day-to-day payment system used by the man on the street. In this research, we show that cryptocurrencies have already made significant headway towards fulfilling the criteria for becoming a widely accepted method of payment. Holy cow. Holy cow. I did. I did switch it back. The 3 criteria for mass adoption: store of value, medium of exchange, unit of account. Oops, scroll down some more so you guys can see it. According to the paper, meeting the last 2 criteria will require Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to make progress on remaining challenges such as scalability, design, and regulation. The first email was sent in 1971, but it took nearly 3 decades for technology to become commonplace. I love using these references. You know, like Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr talk about quantum mechanics in like 1908. Isn't considered popular understanding until 2000, 100 years later, right? 2003, What the Bleep Do You Know comes out. What the Bleep Do You Know comes out. People are like, have you ever heard of quantum mechanics? Tell me more, guy. Tell me everything. 1971, email comes out. 3 decades later, email is a standard of exchange, right? And that's compounding. It's a compounding fraction. It happens faster and faster, right? So the first ever Bitcoin transaction took place a little over 8 years ago, and today we're already seeing it begin to meet the requirements of everyday money. Given the speed of adoption, we'll believe that we could see Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on the high street within the decade. Of course, there are barriers to mainstream adoption. They are far from insurmountable. There's a few other articles that we're going to go to next, but we're going to skip them to go to this other article. What's up from Albuquerque? How's it going? What's up, Jill? We're going to skip this one to go to this bad boy. Bitcoin versus altcoins. Which crypto is the most usable money? Which crypto is the most usable money? So looking at the Forbes article talking about Bitcoin being used as money, and looking at Cointelegraph talking about Bitcoin versus altcoins, which cryptocurrency is the most usable money. If you notice they did not mention Ripple in the last Forbes article. And they're not mentioning Ripple in this article either. But what they are mentioning is that Bitcoin is accepted a lot of places. And if you go look at the specifics, you can see Bitcoin's actually being delisted by some places, but let's not let that deter us from the positive impact that this could have for crypto in general. Again, looking at no coin maximalists, but really coin diversity, biodiversity, crypto diversity, looking at the space for everyone to be here together. We can share. We can all take part in abundance of possibilities. So Bitcoin accepted here. Looking at the 54 major companies currently accepting cryptocurrencies, according to Virtual Coin Squad, the numbers are actually pretty high, with only 2 companies not accepting Bitcoin. The other 53, Microsoft, Expedia, Mozilla, and Shopify, all accept Bitcoin. 25 accept Litecoin, 13 accept Ethereum, 14 accept Bitcoin Cash, 12 accept Monero, and 15 even accept Dogecoin. Dogecoin, guys. In other words, Bitcoin's the most usable cryptocurrency as a method of payment for the simple reason that any merchant that accepts any crypto is almost certain to accept Bitcoin. Of course, a list of only 55 companies isn't exactly exhaustive, but there are other more extensive resources to corroborate this picture. So the idea is that it's happening. The idea is that Bitcoin is becoming used, it's becoming available, but what's the most usable money right now? Bitcoin versus altcoins. They do not mention Ripple or XRP at all. They just tout Bitcoin, but that's okay. We know. Shh. Just let it happen. Just let him have it. Just let him have it. The information provided by CoinMap enables users to search a map for the world of businesses that accept cryptocurrencies. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you could go view CoinMap, search some businesses nearby you, and go spend some Bitcoin if you haven't already. Speaking of spending some Bitcoin, thank you, whoever sent me some Bitcoin. I woke up and I was like, woo, 100 Bitcoin? That's a nice wake-up email. Not 100 Bitcoin, $100. 100 Bitcoins! I don't even know why I'm making videos anymore, guys. Someone asked me the other day, one of you guys asked me, like, when it moons, will you make videos? I said yes. I think it was XRP Stewart. I said yes, because I love you guys. I love it. $100 worth of Bitcoin, not 100 Bitcoins. But I was happy either way. I was like, yes, thank you. Block 1 is taking a bigger role with EOS, and that's a big deal. That's what it says. It just says that's a big deal, guys. I'm not saying it's a big deal. That's what they're saying. Block 1 has decided to start voting with its hoard of EOS tokens. announced last week the decision finds the startup that created the EOS software now powered by the fifth most valuable crypto, breaking with a precedent in a move that may come as a surprise to those following the project. If you guys don't know, EOS launched and they've had some issues with the block creation, the block producers, who's in charge. They didn't finalize their constitution, and they were looking at how they can play the role of governance in that space. And if you guys also don't know, they have created a system that they can actually reverse transactions and freeze accounts. That's right. So everyone's freaking out about like Ripple's can freeze. No one can freeze XRP. Ripple Labs can't freeze XRP. But EOS, Block 1 can freeze EOS. Block 1 can freeze EOS. They can even reverse it. They can reverse EOS. And the one thing that kind of is interesting is that might sound horrible to people who are traditional crypto enthusiasts. Like, never, sorry if I'm yelled in the microphone. It's kind of loud. Never will I ever support someone that can well, guess what? That might be one of the things that brings in traditional financial institutions to support it, if you can reverse transactions. Because you know what they want? They want an authoritative control to reverse transactions. That's right. They want that. So how and where that would work, I don't know. That's a good question. There's a lot of gray area. A lot of us just looking to explore the possibilities. And just like they are, they're creating a new form of governance on the internet. And that's really what all this is. That's really what a lot of this is. It's a revolution in governance. Thank you so much, Mr. Cool Daddy. Thank you. Nice work. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support too. The comments on my video the other day. I appreciate our exchange. It's good to have your support. So, looking at this is I was talking to someone the other day. It was a young mind that is not even talking about crypto. He just likes to learn about history and share it. And I was talking to him briefly about what's happened is actually a revolution in governance. It's actually a revolution in governance because we've formed a new ability for us to reach consensus, right? We have a new understanding of how the group can reach consensus on an agreement or an understanding or an agenda. And that's potentially revolutionary, not only for money, but for the structure of society, right? For the structure of society at large. Imagine we've never had a working direct democracy, right? We've never had a working direct democracy. We've always had representative democracies, republics, all the different oligarchs, all the things leading up to, I think, the revolution in governance that we're about to experience, which is this decentralized governance, the consensus, the group consensus, decentralized consensus. I don't know how they would call it, what it's called. Direct democracy. Sounds good to me. So looking at the revolution taking place inside of how we are organizing and structuring authority, basically. And Block 1 stepping out into that gray area. They're like, they're like sailing across the ocean to conquer the Americas in a digital format. They're like, we don't know how it's going to work, but we're going to try it. And so you got to give them credit. They're paving the way for something. I don't know if it's going to be the new states, but it's going to be the new something. So looking at them, the ability, you can read through the article, and there's a lot of information that they're talking about how the voting works and what's happening with EOS and everything. But the reality is that they basically have an authoritative administrative control over their network, but it basically means they could reverse funds and freeze accounts and freeze the accounts just like they did the other day. So interesting. Platform for enterprise blockchain adoption nets 45 million from A16Z crypto Binance. So let's look at this article. Miyagi asks, maybe this question's already been answered. I was wondering if the smallest unit of Bitcoin is called a Satoshi. What we call the smallest unit of XRP? The smallest unit of XRP is called a drop. It's called a drop. And that's a good question. So drops, yeah. I used to actually call XRPs Satoshis as well because I just didn't know. And I found out one day they're called drops. Ripple's smallest increment. The smallest integer of XRP is a drop. Blockchain cloud computing platform Oasis Labs announced July 9th that it's raised $45 million from a major investor as part of its plan to help companies adopt blockchain. That's pretty cool. Blockchain's poised to revolutionize much of the way we live, but many developers and organizations have understandable concerns about performance and privacy limitations that are currently hindering their ability to embrace the technology. And I was watching this video about that's actually been discussed too. Miyagi is just calling it a Ripple, but then that confuses people because we don't We're trying not to call them ripples or ripple. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's fine with me. You don't have to get. This is a judgment-free space. You're safe to say. You're safe to say whatever you want. Okay. If you want to call it a ripple or whatever, that's fine. Maybe give me 5 minutes and we'll go. So we're gonna have to do a little shorter video today. We're gonna do a little shorter video today. Sorry to not make it past our hour as normal, but we're gonna try to burn through this really quick. We already reached consensus. Everyone loves XRP. 100 billion XRP not enough for global adoption. That's an interesting question, Hamidir. I was looking. I think someone did the math the other day, and if you do it right now, I think every person in the world gets 14 XRP. Like if you take the 100 billion and 8 billion, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's less. The amount of XRP per person, I don't know if that doesn't blah. I don't know if that makes it matters for global adoption. I don't know if that matters. So interesting idea. The smallest integer amount is probably like, yeah, again, I don't know if the amount matters or if the small integer matters, but there's plenty of decimals available for all the monies to flow into it. There's plenty of decimals available for all the monies to hit. So I'm not worried about it. I think that's the reason they built them the way they are, where like each one holds 8 decimals or whatever, because that's important. That's potentially important. Now, someone the other day was, where are we on this run through? I lost my spot. Crypto market rallies. We're not going to look at that one. We're running out of time. XRP, the big bull's coming. I saw this one. I thought it'd be fun to look at. XRP, big bull coming. Things are about to look up, and the bull runs around the corner. I thought, oh, yes, that does sound good. I like the sound of that. But in reality, like, is that the truth? We're calling bull run or we're calling drop. We don't know. No one really knows. So I'm thinking maybe we're looking more like a drop than a bull run. But again, looking at the article with the Imperial London review of cryptocurrencies, this could be a new bottom. That's the big question, is when bottom, and you don't know, so you just buy regularly. That's what I said at the beginning of the video. Buy regularly every week. It's fine. Stellar Lumens, a rocket fueled by hype, encumbered by dilution and lack of transparency. Now, I thought this was interesting. It's actually a really old article, but I just read through it, and I thought it was really interesting looking at the history of Stellar and Ripple and Jed. I don't know. This is a lot of just kind of like hearsay and rumors, speculation, but looking at this article, it doesn't look like the transparency of Stellar is that good, and it doesn't look like their coin release structure is that good either. So I'm going to drop that in the sources later when the video posts, but you can read through it, and I'm not going to try to like throw shade at Stellar because I like them. And the market's tired of waiting. I think that we're tired of waiting. The market's happy to do whatever. The market's just going to keep doing the market. We're definitely tired of waiting. I can agree. Income report research study by the blog of millionaires. That's not the one we want. We're going to look at that in a different video. Okay, here we go. The cheat sheet. Where do you think we are? Where do you think we are? Are we in the long stretch right here? Or are we still in the denial, panic, capitulation? Tell me more. I'm honestly thinking we're still right here in capitulation and anger. And we might see a little bit more before we hit depression. If you guys aren't feeling depressed enough yet, then we're probably not in this last stretch. Dude, you're right. Guilty pleasure's right. I gotta go or I'm gonna be in trouble. So last thing I wanted to look at really quick was Ripple getting mentioned all the time on Forbes. You know, like Ripple, there was an article, Bull Run, there's another article, Ripple, this is amazing, etc. It's going to take over the world. We all know this. XRP to further increase liquidity through 3 more listings. That's what it was. So there's 3 more listings of XRP today that makes it real hot, real poppin'. The DX exchange went live. You guys know about that one. You can go sign up. DX exchange is live right now. I don't know if you can sign up in the States or not, but when I went to their site, it said open to sign up. And free crypto trading is what it says. Free crypto trading. So if anybody in the States knows if you can sign up or not, let me know. DX exchange live, built on NASDAQ's leading matching technology. So Boom. That's pretty exciting. And what made me think about this was I saw XRP being listed on 3 exchanges. I saw a bunch of Ripple being mentioned in Forbes. It was actually the Forbes article with Bitcoin likely to be used that made me think about how often Ripple is talked about by Forbes. And I just did a search with just inside the Ripple or the Forbes site for how many times they post about Ripple. Look at all these posts. Look at all these posts. Just like almost every week they post about Ripple. They're pretty into it. That made me think another question. I had another question at that point. I said to myself, who owns Forbes? Who owns Forbes? And who owns Forbes? It's the Forbes Media, basically the Forbes family, and it's basically recently had a majority of stakeholders take a position in the company that's known as the Asia Investors of Integrated Whale Media. What does that make you think? Integrated Whale Media. Integrated Whale and Media. Just put Whale Media together. Just say Whale Media over and over again while you look at how many times Forbes talks about Ripple. Just look at that. You know, Whale Media, Forbes talks about Ripple. I'm just going to leave this as the last thing that you could think about. Forbes talks about Ripple, Ripple and Forbes, Forbes and Integrated Whale Media, And there you go. That's it. That's about all there is. Hey, what's up, King Blue? How are you? Fire. So, looking through the review of everything, Ripple's on 3 new exchanges, what happened with the private key that was just released that basically is an alert system for Bitcoin, crypto bounty hunters. Read that story. It's actually pretty cool. Check it out. The win bottom, win bull run, win bear trap, win all the things. We want to know. People are saying $3,000 to $5,000 bottom, or is this it right now? Because we have, CEO Changpeng Zhao talking about the really strong crypto market, and we have the new paper by the Imperial College of London who says digital currencies are primed for mass adoption, and looking at Block 1 being able to actually reverse transactions and what that means for institutional investors if they do like the possibility of that. So many possibilities. Looking at Bitcoin being used more than any other altcoin and just how strong that is for the adoption and integration in general. Hey, what happened to my camera? Well, my camera just went whack, and we're trying to end the video, so that's it. Cheers. Farewell. Bye. Hello. Farewell. Hello. Farewell. Yeah. Whoa, look, it's locked. All right. Cool. Cheers. Farewell. Thanks, everyone. My screen's locked now, and it's off. All right. Later, everyone. Farewell. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I'm going to finish a video later and post it for you guys to watch. And we'll be back live tomorrow for a little longer episode. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great day. Cheers. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Until then.